Jason George, Wildlife Adventure. In this episode, we head back into the forest to hang out with that family of barred owls that Jason has found. In the last episode, or part 2 of this series, I made it seem like the owls were potentially aggressive and just eating food. That to me was a very lucky experience. Most of the time when I see an owl, it's sitting in the tree just chilling. It makes little head moves here and there. And so that's what this episode is going to be about. Showing a barred owl in a more natural state. If you want to see it eating, by all means check out part 1 and 2. Because there you'll see it eating a vole. But in this episode, you're going to watch it chilling and preening, which is amazing and awesome to watch. Also, on a totally different level though. An owl can rotate its head 270 degrees. That's 135 degrees each way. Because it has scopes for eyes. Or binocular lenses for eyes. So it has to be able to rotate its head to be able to see around it. It doesn't have the socket that a human has. Have you ever seen an owl? Again, most of the time when you see an owl, it will probably just be sitting there not doing much. But to help you, here's a little trick. Look about 8 to 12 feet up from the base of the tree, and maybe you'll get lucky and notice a ball on the tree that maybe shouldn't be there. That could potentially be a barred owl. And if you get lucky, you'll get to spot that barred owl, and he or she will be active. This is a fairly active barred owl at this point. It's busy preening itself, and that is so cool. And so what preening is, it means that it's cleaning and checking all of its feathers, making sure that they all work how it needs to. But most of the time, this is what an owl looks like. It's actually very hard to spot. So you need to check every hole, every branch, and one day, you might get to see an owl. An owl has amazing hearing, and so you can notice that its head moved pretty quickly, and that's because it heard some noise far in the distance. Its eyes are barely open too, you might notice. If you like owls as much as I do, you should really check out my owl book, as I share behind the scenes stories about me tracking and trying to find owls in the wild. I talk about this owl being a barred owl, snowy owls, eastern screech owls, and owls that don't live in Canada. There are 11 species of owls in Canada, and I have seen 8 of them. Which ones have you seen? Which ones do you think I have seen? Take a guess. Leave a comment below. Or check out those videos I have on most of these owls. What's interesting is in video number 1, I actually find an owl pellet and I get to dissect it. Like I actually saw the owl regurgitate a pellet. So it might be really cool to see it preening, but when you actually see it cough up a pellet, that is so cool. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's gross and disgusting that I dissected a pellet? What would you do if I told you that I dissected an owl pellet with my wildlife club? Yeah, that's right. I had 7 to 16-year-olds dissecting owl pellets in my wildlife club. If you want to learn more about that, or my books, or even my hot sauce, check out my website or my YouTube channel, Jason George Photography.
I think the woodpeckers are talking.
One of the things that I find really interesting about going for a walk in the forest is the way that the animals interact. If you're looking for an owl, if you listen to the birds, they might tell you where an owl is. Because an owl, depending on the size, will eat certain birds. So they want to tell and talk to other birds that there's an owl around. Even the squirrels, if the squirrels are making a noise or a certain noise, it might mean that an owl or a predator is around. I remember one time I was inside my house and I heard this squawking going on. And I was like, I've never heard that noise before. And it went on for a while. And as I walked out, there in my neighbor's backyard was a barred owl. And that was Barry. And after a couple days, I found Barry again. And then I located Barry in this forest. So I have a feeling that this might be Barry from my neighbor's yard. It also could be a completely different barred owl. But you never know. So how cool is that? That I've seen this barred owl over a few years. I hadn't seen a barred owl for a couple years, so I'm not 100% sure. But I think there's a pretty good chance that this is Barry. Or at least it's Barry's offspring. Another way to find an owl is to listen for an owl. But owls don't always make a noise. They are a silent flyer. The way that sometimes you can hear them fly is the branch that they're on might make some noise as they push off. But let's get back to the noises that a barred owl makes. Have you ever heard a barred owl? Well, the noise that a barred owl makes goes something like, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you?" Or at least that's one of the sounds that a barred owl makes. I've heard barred owls talking to each other in the distance, but to hear them up close and have video of it is so cool. Oh my goodness, I just got video of a barred owl hooting, so now I have this family eating and hooting and coughing up pellets. In the next episode, we'll listen more to the barred owls talking to each other. But let me know what you think. Have you heard one? I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Check out some of my other episodes. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep enjoying the wildlife. Please like, share, and subscribe.